Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're getting up close and personal with a topic that a lot of people are curious about but maybe a little scared to ask. Brazilian waxing. We've all heard the stories, seen the movie scenes, and maybe you're thinking about taking the plunge yourself. You've probably heard it hurts, but today we're going beyond that. We're talking about the top 5 pain points that nobody seems to warn you about. My goal here isn't to scare you off, but to prepare you, so you can walk into that appointment feeling confident and walk out feeling amazing. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's talk about the real deal with Brazilian waxing. First up, let's talk about hidden sensitivity. You go in thinking, okay, the main event is what's going to be the most intense. And yes, certain areas are notoriously sensitive. But what catches so many people off guard are the surrounding zones. I'm talking about the upper inner thighs, the area just below your navel, or even the skin closer to your bum. You're mentally prepared for one area, and then suddenly, a strip gets pulled from a spot you thought would be a piece of cake, and wow, it's a surprise party you didn't RSVP for. This happens because the skin there can be thinner and more delicate, or it has a different type of nerve ending density. It's not that it's worse, it's just unexpected. The shock factor can make it feel more intense. My advice: breathe through it all. Don't just focus your mental energy on the main area. Be prepared for the entire region to be a sensitive landscape with its own little peaks and valleys of sensation. A good esthetician will be aware of this and might even give you a little heads up before they move to a surprisingly spicy spot. Okay, pain point number 2. The regrowth phase. Everyone talks about how smooth you'll be, but what about 2 weeks later? This is where the real battle can begin for some people. Regrowth discomfort and the dreaded ingrown hairs. The first time the new hair starts to break through the surface, it can be prickly and itchy. So itchy. It's because the new hairs have a finer, sharper tip from being cut off at the root, and as they push through, they can irritate the skin. This is also prime time for ingrowns to form. An ingrown hair is when that new hair curls back or grows sideways into the skin instead of straight out. They can look like little red bumps, and sometimes they can get inflamed and uncomfortable. This is the part of the waxing journey that requires homework. You can't just get waxed and forget about it. Gentle exfoliation is your new best friend. A few days after your wax, start using a soft washcloth, a gentle scrub, or a chemical exfoliant with something like glycolic or salicylic acid. This helps to clear away dead skin cells so the hair has a clear path to grow out. And moisturize. Keeping the skin hydrated and supple makes it easier for the hair to break through. So, the smoothness is amazing, but the aftercare is what keeps the experience amazing long-term. Moving on to our third point, and it's a big one: skin reactions you just don't anticipate. You might expect some redness right after the wax, and that's totally normal. Your skin just went through a bit of an ordeal. But sometimes, other things pop up. Some people experience what's called histamine reaction. It looks like little red bumps or hives, almost like bug bites, and it's your body's inflammatory response to the hair being pulled out. It usually calms down within a few hours to a day, and a cool compress can help. Another thing is temporary bumps or whiteheads, especially for first-timers. This is called folliculitis, which is just inflammation of the hair follicles. They've been traumatized. The key is not to pick at them. Keep the area clean and dry, and wear loose, breathable clothing for the first 24 to 48 hours. Don't go straight from your wax appointment to a spin class or a hot yoga session. Let your skin breathe and recover. If you have particularly sensitive skin, you might even experience some minor bruising, especially if the wax was too hot or the skin wasn't held taut enough. It's rare with a good technician, but it's possible. Knowing these reactions are a possibility helps you not to panic if you see them. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty with point number 4. The awkwardness of the positions. We need to talk about the waxosana, the yoga of hair removal. No one really prepares you for the fact that you will be asked to contort your body into some interesting shapes. You might be asked to bring your knees to your chest, hold one leg up in the air, or even flip over onto your stomach. It can feel incredibly awkward and a little bit silly, especially the first time. You're in a vulnerable situation, and now you're trying to hold a pose like a flamingo while a stranger gets very personal with you. Here's the secret: your esthetician has seen it all, literally, a million times. They are not judging you. They are focused on doing their job effectively and safely. These positions are designed to make the skin as taut as possible, which means less pain for you and a cleaner wax result. My best advice is to just laugh about it. Acknowledge the awkwardness, maybe make a little joke, and then just go with it. Your esthetician will appreciate your cooperation, and the faster and more efficiently they can work, the faster it's over. Just breathe, trust the professional, and remember that this is a totally normal part of the process for thousands of people every single day. Finally, our fifth and most subtle pain point, the emotional vulnerability after the first strip. This isn't about physical pain as much as it is about a mental and emotional jolt. You can read all the articles, you can watch all the videos, but nothing quite prepares you for the feeling of that first piece of wax being ripped off. In that 1 second, the experience becomes very, very real. There's a moment of shock, a sharp intake of breath, and a thought that might flash through your mind. What have I done? Can I stop now? This is a moment of pure vulnerability. You're lying there, exposed, and you've just experienced a sensation that your brain immediately flags as pain. It's a fight-or-flight trigger. This is where a great esthetician really shines. They'll talk to you, they'll tell you to breathe, they might apply pressure to the area immediately after pulling the strip to soothe the nerve endings. They create a calm, reassuring environment. It's so important to remember that this initial shock is the worst part for many people. Your body quickly starts to adjust, and the subsequent pulls, while still not pleasant, are usually less shocking. Acknowledge that little wave of panic if it comes. Take a deep, deep breath, and let it go. You are strong, you can do this, and smooth, carefree skin is on the other side. So, there you have it, the 5 things about Brazilian waxing that often get left out of the conversation. It's not just about the pain. It's about the surprise sensitivities, the aftercare commitment, the unexpected skin reactions, the awkward positions, and that initial emotional shock. Knowing all this beforehand transforms the experience. You go from being a nervous passenger to an informed pilot of your own waxing journey. You know what to expect, how to prepare, and how to care for your skin afterward. And honestly, for many people, the results are completely worth it. The freedom of not having to worry about shaving for weeks is a huge plus. My final piece of advice is to find an esthetician you trust. Read reviews, ask for recommendations, and don't be afraid to ask them questions. A good professional will make you feel comfortable and safe through it all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and diving into this topic. I hope this was helpful and demystified the process for you. If you've been waxed before, what's a pain point you wish someone had told you about? Share your experience in the comments below. Let's help each other out. And if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content. It really helps the channel out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.